General Assembly votes every year to have a weapons of mass destruction free zone in the Middle East. Iran votes for that resolution. Everyone in the world votes for that resolution. 2 countries don't vote for that resolution. That is the US and Israel, because Israel wants to be the only power. Well, Iran doesn't have nukes, and you do.
You are so naive, Mehdi. It's unbelievable. I'm listening to you.
You can't even tell. You can't even tell. Doran, you can't even tell the viewers today whether Israel has nukes.
Iran.
You can't even say one statement.
Mehdi, you're defending
Doran, why should anyone believe anything you say?
You don't have a hidden nuclear program.
No, I'm not actually.
The nuclear program is Iran. It's Ali Khamenei. That's your leader.
No, the US disagree with you. And the IAEA.
I mean,
there's no evidence.
Which one are you? Because you're defending. You sound like Mehdi Khamenei. We're a nice program. We vote against nuclear weapons.
Of course.
We just want
go for racist insults.
In 2014,
that's all you have left.
We already had 20% enriched uranium. I mean, who are you speaking as an American citizen?
And yet,
as a British citizen?
Hold on. You're going back to 2014, Doran?
2014.
Who are you speaking as? You're speaking as the Israeli military.
And it was reported before the JCPOA.
And exactly. And when did the JCPOA get signed, Doran? Do you know what year?
2015.
Do you know what year the JCPOA was signed?
2015.
Exactly, the year later. So why are you going back to 2014? It was resolved in 2015. And then you and Trump came along and wrecked it. No, the Trump administration vouched and said Iran was complying with the JCPOA. So when you keep saying, why do you trust Iran? Iran did what it had to do. According to the IAEA,
let's unpack the JCPOA first.
They followed the deal. No.
Mehdi, tell us the conditions of the JCPOA.
I'm going to tell you what happened under the JCPOA.
No, tell me about what does the JCPOA say? You know, tell us all the truth.
I do know, and I'm telling you now. The JCPOA allowed Iran to enrich at 3.67%. When did they start enriching to 20%? When you and your friends in the Israeli government and Donald Trump tore up the JCPOA. Jim Mattis, a general in the American military, who was defense secretary, not under the JCPOA. No, they did not. As every IAEA inspector vouched for.
What do you think happened to that 20%?
By the way, Doran, what enriched uranium does Israel have? Because the IAEA aren't allowed into Israel. So why don't you tell us? You say we're naive. Everyone watching knows
you're comparing
about
Israel
your own country's
with Iran,
nuclear weapons.
Which is
yes, I am. I'm comparing the country that has attacked
which is
6 countries.
Insane. Israel's not closing the Straits of Hormuz.
Why? You're worse.
International shipping.
You're morally worse
Israel's
than Iran.
Not funding proxies
You're morally
worse
than Iran. You bombed
Israel
6
doesn't
countries.
Target Marines.
You bombed 6 countries.
Israel does not target Marines
6 countries last year.
Hezbollah or Hamas.
You bombed
or
6
kill its
countries.
Own people in the streets, even though you think it does. Israel
you just murdered children in Lebanon last week.
Doran,
your military just killed 300 people in a single 10-minute span last week. You blew up children in strollers. You killed a 1-year-old at a funeral. You killed 300 people in Lebanon in one day last week.
That battlefield,
you filled up the hospitals. You bombed aid distribution centers.
Who created